Hey, what's up? This is Paul Murphy. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can protect the downside in any business venture you go into. Now, quite often you're sold on all these different courses and all these different things, but quite often you're lied to. There's a lot of expenditure as you go down. So in this video, I'm going to basically break that down for you, and then I'm going to show you how you can utilize YouTube without putting yourself on camera if you don't want to. And actually utilize YouTube to protect the downside in your business and generate an abundance of traffic completely for free. I'm going to show you how we select and choose products to promote. I've got a breakdown and a side-by-side case study. So really action-packed. Hopefully you'll enjoy this. So first and foremost, Richard Branson here on the left, he always protects the downside in every business venture he goes into. So to give you a bit of a backstory on how he kind of discovered this and how he sort of set about doing this, he basically had a record company in the 80s. He had some of the biggest artists in the world. He had Mike Oldfield Culture Club, Human League, and his record company was really successful. He had worth about 30 million in the 80s, which was pretty good. And he went over island hopping with his wife Joan to the Virgin Islands, and they were trying to get home and he couldn't get home, and he chartered an airline so that they could get home, because obviously all the aircraft were cancelled for some reason. So he chartered one, and he just wrote on a bit of card, went around the airport with this piece of card saying Virgin Airlines $50, and basically managed to sell all the seats so he could get people home, helping people get home, but actually managed to, I think he pocketed a little bit of profit as well. So he kind of got that idea. He was into aviation anyway, he used to do ballooning, so he got this idea to sort of set up this airline, and he was kind of quite excited and quite pumped about it. And every business venture Richard Branson goes into, he generally does it more with like how he wants to do things, rather than whether there's like challenges or anything like that. He doesn't worry about that. He just, if it's something he loves and he likes the idea of, he likes the challenge, he'll go for it, right? So he basically then said, right, I'm going to do this. So he went back to everyone at the record company. Everyone was telling him not to do it. People were threatening to leave. Some of them did. And he was like, oh, okay, I really want to do this. So then he basically said, look, if I can protect the downside, then we won't lose anything, right? So what he did was he got a list of all the numbers of everyone at Boeing who made passenger airlines, Boeing 747, obviously you've heard of that. So he got a list of everybody he could get hold of, and he's literally sat there 9 to 5 for 2 or 3 weeks trying to get, I think it was 2 weeks actually, trying to get hold of somebody at Boeing to hire him a jet. Okay, and this was unheard of. Nobody had ever done this before. Everyone always purchased a jet. But if he could hire a jet, he could protect the downside. So basically, he got hold of somebody and they said, yes, you can hire a jet for a year. And at the end of that year, he basically, because jets, the passenger airlines, jets go up and down in value. They're like stocks and shares based on, like if there's disasters or anything like that, obviously the value tends to go down because flights are not, commercial flights are not booked quite so much. And obviously if there's other world factors affecting obviously the markets and everything, then the actual value of the plane goes up and down. So at the end of that year, he could basically get the difference between I think it went up in value. So he actually ended up pocketing a few million at the end of that year anyway. And obviously we know that it was a massive success. But if it hadn't been a success, he could have handed that jet back. Okay, now at the time, a passenger airline was going to cost about 30 million. His company was worth roughly the same. So if he had have bought a plane, or if he'd have basically secured a plane against, loaned the money for the plane against his company, it would have put everything on the line, which means that if this wasn't a success, everything was going down with it, right? So that didn't happen. Obviously, he was successful, but if it had have happened, he could have handed the jet back because he'd hired it, and his record company was safe, and he could have just gone into something else. And that's what we do with business now. I didn't protect the downside when I first started in business. I made lots of mistakes. Now I do not spend a penny of my own money, because we now have all these free traffic sources. We can we can start off and actually generate an abundance of traffic on YouTube. We can start off with zero. We don't need to spend a single penny. And then what we do is we take a fraction of the profits to then go and use the paid advertising services. So the paid advertising services are really powerful. But not only that, is that we can obviously create lookalike audiences based on all the data that we've already gathered, so that we don't have to spend a fortune testing out ads on those paid services as well. So really powerful. So that is protecting the downside, guys. So whatever you do in any business venture you go into, you want to make sure you know your costs up front. And they're going to be costs, and obviously you want to make sure that whatever those initial costs are, they don't bankrupt you. So, you know, if you do have to invest in a course, that's great, but make sure that there's not like 1,000 costs way down the road that you don't know about. You want to make sure that if there are any other costs, you want to make sure you're kind of protecting the downside and you know exactly what you're getting into out of the gate, and you're not going to bet the farm, right? You don't want to be betting the farm. You don't need to do that in business, and especially with YouTube. So I'm actually going to give you a comparison. I'm actually going to show you how we go about selecting a product on YouTube. So this is kind of how we do it every single time. So the first thing we do is we look for something that's going to generate a generous amount of commission. Now, if you've got your own product or you've got your own service, then you just use that, okay? Because the other factor that we always mention about YouTube is that you must know the product, okay? It's good, if you're doing affiliate products, it's good to go and buy the product, or at least spend some time understanding what the product does, because you're being ethical. If you're trying to promote a product that you don't know anything about, you're not really being ethical. That picks up, people know, right? So you need to have, you know, you need to have some sort of affinity with that product, otherwise you're not really being ethical. But also, because it is affiliate marketing, we always recommend that you look around, you look at products that you've got. If you're doing drop shipping or anything, make sure that, you know, there's a good amount of commission for it. So we always say we go for around about $80 commission, okay? Because there's hundreds of products out there. But again, if you've got your own product and that's $10, $20, use that, okay? It's free traffic, it doesn't matter. And if you've got your own product, that means you've cornered the market for your product. So that's a really good place to start. Whereas if it's affiliate products, obviously, it's better if there's a little bit more skin in the game for you as well. So we go for $80 commission now. We basically post up 10 3-minute videos for that. Now, if you're not putting yourself online, you can see some of my other videos where I talk about how you can actually, I'll put a link obviously to it. You can actually start with a brand new channel, and also you can start without actually putting yourself online. I've created a whole video about that that's going to be coming out in the next few days if it's not already out. And that, I talk about you do not need to put yourself online. But what we do is we create 10 videos, short videos, 3 to 10 minutes. We try and keep it close to 3 minutes, and we literally, each one of those videos is going to be offering value, okay? And all we want is for the product that we're providing. We can mention it in those videos, but what we want to be doing is we want to be getting 2 clicks per day on each one of those videos, okay? And we put the link above the fold for the product, and we want 2 clicks a day. So how we do that is we look for search for traffic. We make sure there's buying intent, okay? I actually cover that in another video as well. So we want 2 clicks per day, search for traffic with buying intent. Okay, now if you want to know how to look for search for traffic, just go and put in keywords everywhere, which is a free Chrome plugin, and it spits out all the keywords inside of Chrome for you. So that's a good one. And then obviously, and then if it's buying intent, you just want to see if there's ads. Okay, really simple, easy way to do that. So we don't overthink this. We choose a product that we love, that we've got some affinity with or we own, okay, that we can promote. And if it's an affiliate product, we make sure that we are happy to promote that product, because it will come back on you anyway. So you either need to have purchased it or had it in the past, or at least know it. Otherwise, why would you be unethical? Why would you try and palm it on someone else if you don't really know it, if you don't really own it, right? So that's just kind of, that's how I go about it. And then, we're looking for 2 clicks a day per video. So as long as there's search for traffic and there's buying intent, we always tick that. So that's the first thing done. And then we're going to be looking at, we use something called the Power of Free. Again, you can check one of my other videos. Now, down below here, there is a 10-part series, and I'll actually send you a different video every day training you on how to do this. And I cover different things in different videos, and I've got some extra bonuses that I'm not including on YouTube. So you might want to subscribe to that. You'll get a video every day, and then I'll talk you through the whole process so you can make sure you can set up your channel correctly. But we use something called the Power of Free, which I cover in another video, and that basically means that by utilizing YouTube in a certain way, we make sure that we get over 50% conversion, which isn't a statistic in most internet marketing. But YouTube is such a powerful platform for affiliate marketing or for any type of marketing, because if somebody comes and puts a search term in, they go to the product, the affiliate product, and we add the value, okay, that the actual owners can't add, because people want that extra bit of, they want to know an opinion from somewhere else. It's a bit like TripAdvisor or whatever. They're getting someone else's opinion. Then we supply the link. That's the Power of Free. And we do that in such a way, so you might want to check the other video. We get over 50% conversion. So with 2 clicks a day, with 10 videos, we're getting $800 a day. So basically 50% conversion means that 1 click a day is generating business on $80. So we get $800 a day. So that, and we can do that with 10 videos, and we're showing clients, we've got beta testers, we've actually got a course. Everybody we're showing this to is able to replicate this, rinse and repeat, and that's actually $292,000 a year for just one product. And we've actually got 3 products on this channel. This channel here, you can go and check them out. I'm actually generating over $3 million a year already, so that's really cool. So yeah, so that's how we do that. We would get a product that's around $80 commission, lifetime value. Now, if it's a recurring product, you just want to make sure that you check with the vendor. Like, for instance, if it's like $10 a month or $5 a month or something like that, you just want to ask the vendor, how long do people stay for? Is there a free trial? How often do they cancel? And then you just do a very basic calculation to work out whether you're likely to get $80 per sign up. Okay, and that's what we usually go by. If it's too low commission, we just don't, why bother, right? But again, if I recommend a product to my audience and it is low commission and it doesn't really matter, or even if I haven't even got an affiliate link, I will still recommend it and I'll still give the link, because you want to be authentic, you want to be building know, like and trust for your audience. So obviously, if there are products that you should be recommending, then I would recommend recommending them, right? Because that sounded a bit tongue twistery, but I would recommend that because it's making me laugh now. Because obviously you want to make sure that you're being authentic with your audience, and whether you're making commission or not, you want to be offering that value. So, and obviously you've got you want to make sure it's a competitive niche, and there's like so many competitive niches out there, right? Passion niche is really good, e-commerce is really good. And obviously we're using this on YouTube, so it's free traffic. So you've got 0 costs up front. So to give you the Facebook comparison of this, okay, if you wanted to do the same thing, this is where you do not protect the downside. And this is the bit, and I'm not ragging on Facebook, right? I use Facebook for marketing, but I use some of the profits. I don't use my own money. So, but obviously if you're testing out audiences with cold money, cold ads, okay, this is going to take time, money, and you've got no guarantees. Some of these products are going to win, some of them are going to fail. Most of them are going to fail because you're basically seasoning your pixel. Your pixel is just basically a thing that collects cookies on Facebook for you. You're going to be seasoning that pixel to gather data, and you'll be spending cold card money on this, and you can do this all free with YouTube. Also, you've got costs towards your course, you've got software, you've got a website, you've got agency, you've got your testing, you've got a lot of costs. So knowing these up front is vital. And this is where you lie to, guys, because a lot of people will sell you a course and say this is it, you've copied this course, you've got everything you need. Well, you haven't. You've got all these other costs that stack up as you go down. So that's why we utilize YouTube, because YouTube, basically, we pop up a video, it generates traffic, it generates income. We cut out all of these other steps because YouTube's free, right? So, and to do this, and actually to get, say we wanted to get to the $800 a day, we wanted to do exact comparison. We want to, obviously this is all subjective, it all just depends on the product and everything, but these are realistic stats really. You can be paying somewhere like $3 a click. If you're really, really good, you can get 10% conversion, okay? Now, getting 10% conversion on Facebook's a good statistic, because no one goes to Facebook to buy your product, right? They go to hang out with their mates, to hang out in their groups, and then what we do is we entice them in with our ads. We're trying to get their attention, we're trying to get them in. So 10% is a very, very high conversion, but with YouTube, obviously, people are searching for it's targeted traffic, they're searching for it, and we get over 50% conversion. So it's important to note the difference there, guys. That's how we can get 50% conversion on YouTube, because people are already searching for that product. But 10%, if you get 10% on Facebook, if we do a comparison, that's actually very good if you're getting 10%. But we like to be conservative. We like to make this look realistic. So obviously we're going to be getting, it's going to cost us $30 per sale. Okay, $3 a click, 10% per conversion. That's going to cost us 10 times free at 10% is $30. Hopefully that makes sense. So obviously if we're paying $30 for the sale, we're getting $50 profit. So, that looks good so far. And this is kind of where most people are lied to. But don't forget, this is only for a winning product. We've still spent on our website, our agency, our software, our courses and everything. And so it's not profit, right? So, I want you to obviously realize that we haven't protected the downside here. This is not profit yet. Okay. But if we assumed that it was profit, we would still need 10 sales. It would cost us 300. So to get to 800 profit, we still need 16 sales. Okay, because we're doing comparison here. So to get the exact like for like, we need 16 sales to get the profit. So we're now spending $480 a day to get the 800 profit. Okay, and this is after all of these testing, so we're not in profit here, but this is just based on the fact that if we've got a winning product out the gate, we're still spending this amount of money. So, and also if we would say, for instance, like we promote a lot of tech products, if you're promoting tech products, you might have a money back guarantee, you might have a free trial. One of the products I promote has a 60-day free trial, and then we've got another 30 days that we don't get the money. And then we obviously don't get it bang on the 30 days, we get it whenever they make their next payment. So sometimes we're waiting up to 4 months for a payment. Okay, but for instance, a lot of products will have a 2-week trial, then you wait a month. So minimum you're going to wait is a month for your money in general. No one's looking for the product. Like I said, it's an impulse buy, and you've got a higher chance of cancelling and no guarantees. And obviously you can lose money, right? Because like I said, this is only when you're in profit. All of this is is a factor, and this is where the brain starts to kick in. If you don't know all this up front, the brain will start to kick in, and then the brain will start to tell you that this isn't working, and then it's really powerful. You could be like really focused on all this, but even still the costs are adding up, you could be going in debt, you might have already gone bankrupt by this. And this is what this is why I wanted to break this down, guys, because this is kind of like most people are buying, only 1% of marketers are succeeding, 99% are failing, and it's because they're not understanding all this, right? And that's why I wanted to put this in this video for you today. So obviously there's hundreds of niches with way less competition. You can go into most of the niches and there's kind of hardly anybody trying to compete. I use it for internet marketing for this channel, but you only need one first page rank product to make easily upwards of $1,000 a day. Okay, one product, 10 videos, 2 clicks a day, and then you get $1,000 a day. Okay, and we've proven it time and time again. And then we just rinse and repeat. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so this is it. This is the system here. Like you can see, we've got a screenshot here. This says today, it was the other day, 5,246. So we choose a niche, we sign up for an affiliate product with $80, that should be $, LTV, lifetime value. We post up 3-minute demos, which basically take us about an hour a day. We do that for 7 to 30 days, and our goal is to get to $1,000 a day. So once we actually usually post up about 7 to 10 to start with. We start to see what returns we're getting. We import these videos into this funnel. Again, like I say, you want to sign up for the 10-part series. I'll show you how you can get access to the funnel as well at a huge, massive discount. And also you can, you get $1,000 a day. We literally, free products, you could be making $1 million a year. Okay, and we are making over $3 million a year from free products on this channel. Okay, and we haven't even got 1,000 subscribers yet as of today. Okay, so this is all completely free commission. We haven't spent a penny on advertising. So this, hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you kind of getting some aha moments. You're thinking, oh my God, I need to be utilizing YouTube. So obviously don't forget to sign up for 10-part series. So you'll get, I'll show you as well how you can do this without putting yourself on camera. Okay, this is the number one reason why people avoid YouTube is they think, oh my God, I've got to put myself in front of the camera. No, we utilize YouTube. I put myself in front of the camera for this channel, but I've got 5 other channels where you wouldn't even know I exist, right? So there you go. So we've talked about that in another video, but what I wanted to do is give you this side-by-side case study. Okay, so this is the interesting thing. So what I just explained to you, I'm going to show you side by side the difference in costs and some of the costs that you can add up. So you can you'll probably get some aha moments. You'll be thinking to yourself, oh my God, yeah. So here we go. Look, affiliate product, we post up 10 3-minute videos for one product. It's free. We've spent a bit of time, but if you were doing advertising or dealing with an agency, you'd have to spend time anyway. So there's time either side here. But if we do this with Facebook, with basically a brand new product, we're going to need to either invest in a course, spend some time, or we're going to need to employ an agency. And generally, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to need to employ an agency that's going to charge you $2,000 a month. Anyone who charges less than that isn't going to be very good. They're going to be new. They're going to be chancing it. So you want to make sure, and anyone who's good can charge $2,000 a month, so they do, right? So it's kind of important to know that. You can go and, if you can negotiate with someone down to 1,000 or 500, they're probably not good enough, or they're not at that level yet. And I wouldn't employ them, right? Because you can learn those tactics yourself. You want to pay somebody who's got the credibility and is going to be good and is going to be able to get you winners. So, anyone under 2,000, in my opinion, is probably not worth their weight in gold. So $66 a day. So straight away, you may have invested in a course, and now on top of that, a course for Shopify or something like that, or a course for whatever, affiliate marketing or something. And now you've obviously generating the traffic. You now got $24,000 a year salary coming out. So it's kind of crazy. And then obviously you've got ad spend on top of that. Now you with Facebook, you know, you're going to need to spend $5 a day. We usually now say $10, $20 a day, but $5 a day, 5 days, $25, $750 per day to test out 30 different products, because we usually test out 30 products before we get a winner on Facebook, right? So especially if we're doing affiliate marketing or drop shipping or something where we're selling other people's products, generally you have to test out a lot of products before you find a winner. So again, that's another $274,000 a year. So, you know, imagine that, like, that they will lie to you about this. They won't tell you that you have to do all this, but this is what you have to do. This is reality that we've seen. Okay, then you get a winning product, then that's going to be 365, that should be. A year if we get $1,000 a day, okay? Just one winning product, $1,000 a day, 10 videos, one winning product, okay? And we've not spent a penny, nothing. We've posted up some videos, we've teamed up with an affiliate, and I know, you know, you might think I'm simplifying this, but we're doing this time and time again. You know, I've got the stats to prove it. We are getting this, you know, this is what we get per product. Okay, and then you get winning product over here. Obviously, it's going to cost you $420 a day. When we, you know, with the comparison I just showed you. But obviously here we have no idea what the daily costs are going to be. Absolutely no idea, because we could be testing out God knows how many products. But the minimum here we're going to be spending is $153,000, and then the next winning product to get to $1 million. Once we get down here, we're looking like we're in profit, right? Because we've only spent $758,000 to get $1 million. However, what part does the brain kick in? This is the important part. Okay, the brain is really strong. It's going to say to you, this isn't working all the way through here, because you're spending all this money and you're seeing limited profits. The profits will start to creep up after about a year, maybe 2 years. So generally speaking, paid marketing works long term, but that's what you're being lied to. You do not just pop up an ad and start making money. One of the things people say, you know, sell a product for $20, buy it for $10, and you pocket $10 profit. Okay, most of the big top gurus tell you that this is what happens. Well, of course it's not. You know, you've got all of these costs over here. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. So yeah, so basically make sure you protect downside. This is a side-by-side case study so you can actually see the difference. Now, if you want to learn how to do this on YouTube and actually how to get hold of my funnel, then you can actually click the link in the description and actually on the screen, and you'll be able to basically go and pick up my funnel, and I'll send you training every single day on how to set this up properly, and actually give you some cool tips and some good advice on what you can do to actually utilize YouTube. And if you're not utilizing YouTube in 2019, then you're probably not going to succeed in business, because paid marketing is going up and up and up, and we do need to utilize ways to actually generate traffic without having to spend all this money, right? So yeah, sign up for the 10-part series. I'll send you an email every day. I'll show you how to get hold of my funnel, and I'll talk you through that as well. And make sure, obviously, I've got loads of training coming out on how to utilize YouTube on free traffic strategies, on actually reducing ad spend, getting Google and YouTube listings. So hit the bell and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified, and then you'll find out straight away when I get videos coming out. So hopefully you enjoyed this. I'll see you in the next video.